Okay, guys, still continuing on the conversation of private labeling. I have just been getting so many questions from you. I am so excited that you guys are really deciding to take this on for you. There are so many clinics now that are deciding to private label. In fact, I just saw my updated market reports regarding the private label industry, and it looks like, you know, when you look at dermatologists, med spa, plastic surgeon, etc., everybody's numbers are up, but the dermatology section is the highest at 25%. So 25% of the dermatologists right now who are currently selling skincare are actually also private labeling. And it makes me so happy because it just shows that all of the benefits of having access to your own line in your clinic are really starting to be known, and that you guys are really starting to take advantage of that, and it makes me really happy. So again, with that, all kinds of questions are coming in, and one of the questions I get often are, you know, from people saying, you know, I've been really thinking about starting my own skincare line, or I've been thinking about going private label, but I don't know if I really want to, if I have what it takes, if I have the time. So you know, people ask me, what does it really take to start your own skincare brand? And one of the things that I always will ask anybody who asks me that question, no matter where I am in the world, is, you know, what is your why? The importance of knowing and understanding your why for going into this is critical. If you're looking at it, and none of your whys are right or wrong. They're just what your philosophy is driving your decision. But the reason I ask it is just so that you become very clear on what your goals are, because those goals are going to be the driving decision over what type of line you decide to create. So with private labeling, you've got many different things you can do. You can call a private label lab. There are many of them out there, some better than others. There's really good ones. I've got a few that I love working with that I'm always happy to share. If you send me a DM, I can share the names of them with you. But you know, you can call them, they can send you a list of their stock formulas, they have stock packaging, you can choose the formula you like, the quantity that you want, and then put your logo on the bottle and you're good. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's an incredible way to have really good profit margins in your clinic and to start just, you know, continuing your brand. Like I say this a lot, and I work with a lot of other consultants in the industry, and one of the pieces of information we always share is that, you know, when you are in the aesthetics business, it's really good to always have different sources of income. So you want income coming in from your services, you want them coming in from your retail products, you want it coming in from you know, other sources. Maybe you're doing online sales or whatever it is. And having a private label skincare line just furthers the continuation of the extension of your brand and what you have. Being able to put your name in products is actually a very, very powerful branding tool for you, and it sets you aside from other clinics. And that's important. You also, as I mentioned before, have much higher profit margins to work with, so you can use that as a business expansion tool. And if you do your skincare brand the right way, there's oftentimes, you know, the people pick up your products, they love them, and you could find yourself in retail or even being sold by other clinics. So you know, starting with a stock formula is a really good place to be, especially if you find a lab that have formulas that fit your treatment philosophy and what you think your client demographic is. Another thing to consider is that there are so many labs out there that also will offer you custom formulated SKUs. And that's a really good way if you are serious about creating your skincare line and maybe boosting it for exposure, whether you want to sell it online through social media or you really do want to get into some other retailers. That's a really good way to go. There's a difference in the cost, so there will be a cost from the formulator to develop your products, and usually the minimums go higher depending on the lab that you're working with, but it is an option. So, you know, when people say, what does it really take to develop your own skincare brand? My answer to them is to get clear on your goals and figure out what you want to accomplish with that skincare brand. You know, if you're looking to create a brand that helps you go into retirement, it's a very different set of what to do versus having something to sell in your clinic. But whatever that is, just get really clear on it, and that will determine what it takes. So the minimum is understanding how many products you're going to sell, who your client is. So do you have mostly anti-aging clients in your clinic? Do you have people with acne and scarring? You know, what are you known for? And then having a realistic view of, you know, what products you already sell that you plan to continue to sell, and then what products you want to create to kind of fill in the niche or fill in the gap. Once you get clear on those things, you'll have all of the information you need to start your skincare line, and then it's just getting clear on how you want to promote it. You know, if you want to create something to be on your shelves to offer with your services, that's the easiest way to get started. Then, you know, it doesn't take too much. It just takes picking the formulas you want, putting your logo on the bottle, and developing your talking points and your marketing on how you want to sell those products. If you want to go into a retail setting, it takes a bit more, but you can always get there. My main message to you is that it is possible. It can be done. You can look around you in this industry. There are many, many people doing it, and it's not as hard as you think. If you find yourself needing some help navigating the process, or you think you don't have enough time, reach out to me. I'm always here to help. But other than that, I am here to encourage you and say go for it, okay? So questions, I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day. We'll talk later.